Hi there, this is Talia the dietitian. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm answering another one of your questions. It's also on the picky eating mindset here. I'm going to read you the question and then I'm going to answer it for you. So the question that I received was, I keep offering my 2-year-old new foods, but he or she won't even try them. I'm feeling wasteful. Do I keep putting these foods out for them? That's a really great question, and I think a lot of parents struggle with that, even if their child isn't a picky eater. And the first thing that I want to let you know is that it's normal for children to have fluctuations in appetite, that sometimes, even within the period of a day, they might have a huge breakfast and then 3 bites for lunch and then a small afternoon tea snack and then maybe even a small dinner. And then the next day they have huge meals. And then the next day they have tiny meals and you're like wondering what's going on. That is normal, just like adults have fluctuations in appetite. And I know it can seem very worrisome, but try not to let it worry you, because children are really great at self-regulating, and that's something that we want to encourage, and something that I hope I can inspire you to trust your child, because as I've said in a few other videos, you are the only one who can tell anybody else when you're full. Our child is the same way, unless there's a very rare medical condition, but we are the only ones that know when we're full, so we need to honor that with our kids as well. All right, so back to this question. I kind of want to break it down. So this is a 2-year-old, and that's a stubborn time for children where they want to assert their independence. So I'm offering these new foods, but my child won't try them. First of all, let me tell you, please give yourself a pat on the back for offering new foods to your child. That's wonderful. And the fact that you care about that is so important. And it seems like you're going above and beyond to offer them new foods, even though you're concerned they won't try them. So really, you are doing a wonderful thing here. And I know a lot of parents do this. So please give yourself some acknowledgement here that you're doing a wonderful thing here. All right? Don't underestimate that. It's a big thing. All right. But my child won't try the new foods. What I recommend here, before I get to the wasteful part, what I recommend here is trying to just let go of that fear. And even if they're not eating it at that meal and you're upset about it, try to really be okay with it on the inside. When you're okay with it on the inside, you project confidence that it really is okay. Children are really great at reading us, and we may be outwardly projecting that we're okay, but if we're not truly okay on the inside, they can pick up on that. And I would really encourage you to try and let go of that, so that you are only projecting that confidence. And something that I've mentioned before is in the mealtime roles, that your job is to provide the food and it's their job to decide if and how much and in the order that they're going to eat it. So really, once you've put that plate of food in front of them with the healthy, nutritious food, your job is done. You can relax. And this mealtime roles video, I'll put it at the end, but please watch it if you haven't already watched it, because I don't want you to feel stressed. I want you to feel confident that you have done enough and that you are doing enough, because trust me, you are doing enough. The fact that you've put the food on their plate, the ball is not in your court anymore. So you've done your job, and relax now. Eat together and enjoy. Don't underestimate the importance of eating together. All right, back to the food waste. That's something that we're pretty concerned about within our house. We do not like to waste food. So my best tip here is starting with small portions of things. Because sometimes your kid really isn't going to be that hungry. And so if you give them a really big portion, you would feel kind of wasteful. The recommendation is not actually to save food that has been on the child's plate due to the fact that it's contaminated because they've touched it or there's saliva on it and there could be germs and things. I have to be honest with you that we will often save food from my child's plate. I'm pretty careful about putting it directly into the fridge, and then when I reheat it to quite a high temperature to kill any bacteria that are in there. But I'm letting you know that that's the official guideline. So if you follow that official guideline, starting small will really help you, because if they don't eat and you've only given them 5 peas and they don't eat their peas, you're only throwing out 5 peas. So keep that in mind. You can always add but not take away. So start small. That can also really help by not making it overwhelming for them, that it's only a small portion and not this big portion. Oh, I have to eat all that. So that can really help with the food waste. Something that I say to my daughter, and like I said, we save the food. If there's a lot of food left on the plate, we will save it. If there's only a tiny bit, we don't. But I'll say something to my daughter like, can you help me put it into this little container and so that we can put it in the fridge? Because we'll save it and eat it another time. There's only so much education you can do about food waste, but to the point where your child will probably start saying, I'd like to save this. And that's really great. That's perfect for now, especially for a 2-year-old child. That's already demonstrating quite a lot of awareness. And if they're not saying that, that's okay too. Don't worry about it. There's so much time for that. And the last part of this question was, should I keep putting those foods out even if my child isn't eating them? Yes. Yes, please do. It's a very simple yes. I would recommend, which I said in another video, which is increasing the amount of exposure you can give them. So if you have the opportunity that you can take them to the supermarket with you, take them. Let them help you pick the foods, smell them. There's no pressure to eat them when you're at the supermarket, so they probably will touch it. They might smell it. They might help you put it in a bag. You can talk about it. This is how you pick a zucchini, or this is how you pick a carrot, or whatever. Those all count as food exposures, even though they're not eating them. That's great. If you can get them into the kitchen with you as well, that's a food exposure. It's also a no pressure time to look at food, smell food, interact with food. Those are all food exposures. Your child may even ask you to taste some. That's terrific. Let them do it. I'm okay with that. We do that as well. But I'm looking for ways to increase food exposures. And knowing that by keeping on putting it out there, you're giving them the opportunity to try it. Start small. Try cooking it and presenting it in different ways. I'm not saying that you should go and cut it out into fancy shapes, because I don't have time for that, and I understand if you don't have time for that. But you can, let's say we're talking about an apple here, you can grate the apple, you can mix it into oatmeal, you can cook the apple and have apple slices with cinnamon that are cooked. There are so many different ways to present the same fruit or vegetable in a different meal. Add cheese to it, maybe not to an apple, but like to broccoli, for example. Spice it. There are so many things that you can do to make each food exposure of the same food a little different. And I encourage you to keep trying. This parent seems like they're doing a wonderful job. They're keeping on offering these foods to their 2-year-old. That's wonderful. You are doing the right thing here. Yes, keep offering. I really hope that that has helped you. If you need more information on the mealtime roles, I'll put that video at the end. And I also have a course, a mini course called Common Mistakes Parents Make That Increase Picky Eating, that this parent may find helpful in terms of delving into those mealtime roles a little bit more and walking you through how to set them up properly for success. I will put that link in the description as well. The course is mini, so you can do it during rest time and be confident to implement the strategies immediately. If you found that helpful, or you learned something from today, which I really hope you did, please subscribe and turn your notifications on so you never miss a future video. I'll be doing lots more videos just like this one with answering your questions. And was there anything else? Please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. And this is Talia. See you in another video. If you enjoyed that video, here are a couple more, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss new ones.